Hello and welcome to hankgames without Hank. My name is John Green, manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. Today we are playing host to none other than Tottenham Hotspur. Christian Eriksen, I would argue, one of the 5 or 6 handsomest people in Tottenham's entire team will be playing today alongside a lot of really good players. Tottenham, even though they are down in 6th place, are really good. And this is gonna be a challenge for us, so we're gonna see how it goes. We've got a problem today that I'm gonna solve. It's from Audrey, like Hepburn, Ellis like the island. Thank you for the helpful pronunciation guide, Audrey. Audrey writes, as a longtime member of the Nerdfighter community, I've always admired John's ability to be open with others about his mental health without making it feel like his only identifier is someone who has OCD. I'm a young adult who's trying to figure out how to be genuine in my friendships and relationships, and as part of that, I want to be honest about mental health, but the conflict I experience is that in an attempt to be open with my friends and family about the day-to-day existence of chronic mental health issues, I feel myself become labeled as the girl with poor mental health. I'm not ashamed to discuss this part of my life, but I'm also more complex than one label. Oy, I know. I get that. I want to make sure I'm providing an example to my younger siblings and other people around me of a person who struggled with their own brain, but who hasn't let it become the defining feature of their life. How do you take ownership of mental illness without giving it the power to eclipse other important parts of your individuality? Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, Audrey. It's kind of you to say that I've been very open about my mental health struggles. That is not how I experience it. So I'll just, be pretty candid here, because I don't think, Entertainment Weekly is watching, hopefully. Here's how it felt to me. It felt to me like I talked in spaces that felt like, for lack of a better term, safe to me, within our community, about that stuff, because I felt like it could be helpful, and also because I felt like, and also, yeah, because for the same reason you are, because I felt like it is important that people see that normal people, have mental health problems, that lots of people do, that lots of people have chronic mental health problems, seek treatment for those mental health problems, and that it's an ongoing part of their life, and that treatment is an ongoing part of their life, and that they still have good lives. But, I felt like that was important for me to... We've given up that exact goal, 3 times. Did I not take out Raffo? Because that felt like a Raffo save. It was. God. Oh no! In getting upset about not taking out Raffo, I've... Audrey, I'm going to calm down, and I'm not going to make this video about how bad I am at FIFA, but I am also going to take out Raffo. I am just absolutely fed up with him. Get off, Raffo, get off the pitch. I don't appreciate your celebrations, by the way, Doumbia. Dang it. It's a great jawline. Dang it. Get off the pitch, Raffo. Get off the... You don't get to play anymore. Don't try to shake hands with Mr. Managerinho. Holderstone's move this way, move that way. No, everything else is staying the same. Audrey, hi, hello. Sorry about the interruption there. So I felt like I was talking about it in relatively personal spaces that I had a measure of control over. And then what happened was for a mix of reasons, people started to say, in interviews, they would start the question by saying, you've been very open about your mental health challenges. And I would be like, no, have I? I wasn't trying to be. And then it almost felt like I felt obligated to, because when somebody starts a sentence that way, you've been very open about this, then you feel like, oh, well, gosh, I guess that I have to be very open about it. And I think that happens to all of us in some ways, right? I think that may be part of the struggle that you're describing, is that you want to be open about this part of your life because you don't want to be embarrassed about it, or you don't want to further the stigmatization or the shame and embarrassment that people feel, especially when it comes to really serious business of getting help when you need it, of reaching out for help when you need it, which is very important. And when there is a highly stigmatized condition, whether it's a mental health condition or physical health or anything else, when something is highly stigmatized, part of the problem becomes that people are afraid to seek help or embarrassed to seek help, and they don't want to talk about it. They think it's, they think it's somehow like shameful or whatever. Maybe it's a part of the body that's associated with shame or guilt or whatever. And so those, you want to do what you can to make that better for the people in your life, but at the same time, you don't want to be entirely defined by being crazy, right? Like you don't want that to be the only thing that you are. I'm very familiar with that feeling. Like I also don't want it to be the only thing that I am, and there have been times when I've been frustrated, and like I some of this I did to myself, and like some of it, is like a box I painted for myself. There've definitely been times when I've been frustrated about that, when I felt like, like I can't I talk about this novel as a novel and not have to talk about it in like the context of my own experience, for example. And I don't have a great solution to that, because I think part of get there, John Green. Oh, Audrey, I really thought that was going to be the equalizer, and you've got to say it's been a pretty tepid first half from your Wimbly Womblys. I mean, if this is a team that's purportedly, that was a great job by Anoma. Like I said, the guy cannot finish, but he can do everything else. Get there, John Green! Oh, it's phenomenal. It's an absolutely... You know what, John Green, could you do me a huge favor and just run to Mr. Managerinho, who has been suffering in silence? Give him a hug. Give him a huggy hug. Oh, there it is. There's the business. That felt so good. Thank you. Thank you, character I created and named after myself. That warmed me up in the middle. All right, it's 1-1. Everything is possible. Hope springs eternal. Phenomenal job from Anoma. That's his goal. But I mean, it wasn't all done. I mean, other John Green on the volley. Absolutely nothing that Hugo Lloris is going to be able to do about that. That's going to be a goal 10 times out of 10. And then just look at the hug. Oh, I mean, is there a better feeling in football than being hugged by one of your beloved players who you created and named after yourself? I don't think there is. And then other John Green, now he's running rampant. Oh, I mean, inches away from a stunning reversal to make it 2-1. I think the main thing that you can do is try to also inhabit those other identities with vigor. There are going to be times when people want to essentialize you, and when they only want to ask you about one thing, or they only want to talk about one thing. It may be especially because they're worried. Like it may be partly because they're trying to manage their own feelings around your illness. And I get that, right? Like, these are people who care about you and they want the best for you, and they don't want you to suffer. And especially when it's, like parents, things like that, like it's really hard to even explain how painful it is as a parent to see your kid suffer. Like, it's the most intense pain I've ever experienced, and I think most parents feel the same way. And so a lot of times, like as a parent, you just want to take the pain away from your kids. You just want to like solve this, you want to solve this pain for them. And I think sometimes that can make parents overbearing when it comes to issues like health, whether it's mental health or otherwise, because they are really, really worried. And part of what they're trying to do is to like get you to manage their worry, which is not your job as a person. Like, like your job is not to like make, like I said, really good player, just has to work on that one facet of his game, which is that he could not hit the side of a barn with a shot if he were given 500 tries from 2 yards away. So that, I guess, is my main the main thing I would try to remember is that it's probably not like that people around you, people who care about you, like only want to define you by this one thing. It's probably that they're worried about you and they love you and they're scared and they don't know how to and so they ask about it a lot because from a place of fear, or at least that would be my guess. Of course I don't know. But that would be my guess of maybe what's going on. I think as you get, as time goes on, you learn to, or at least I don't know if you will. As time goes on, like I've learned to be able to inhabit a lot of identities. Some of that comes from a place of privilege, though. Oh, it's Christian Eriksen. He's so handsome. It's frustrating. What are you gonna do? Oh, all right. We've got to figure something out. So we've now made 2 changes. One of which was made in a panic, and I think I've got to. So I'm gonna go. This is bold and crazy. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna switch formations. And I'm gonna go 4-3-3 because I'm gonna get Dicko involved a little more. I'm gonna go 4-3-3 attack. Yes, and then however, this as it happens is all wrong. So we're going to move Dean Parrott. No, they were right. Lua goes there. Dean Parrott goes there. Oreo Baskets goes there. I believe that's all 3 of my substitutions. Is there anybody else I'd rather bring on? No, there's not. All right, so that's the deal. This is the team that we're rocking. We're down 2-1, but I'm not going to give up. I was going to say I believe in myself, but I don't actually in this situation. I don't really believe in myself. I probably should have kept a Noma on the pitch. Why did I take a Noma off? To bring on Dicko? That was stupid. Well, there's no changing it now. I can't go back in time. I've got to live with the decisions I've made. Pass that way, yes. Then pass to John Green, and then John Green. No, your husband. You got to find him in those situations. Oh, it's super frustrating. I know it's frustrating for you as viewers as well. And then now we're tracking back, and it's a desperate situation. And then, that was actually pretty good. Not to brag, but that was way better than I usually play. To your husband. No, obviously I didn't want you to pass it there. I wanted you to pass it where the Tottenham player wasn't. This is the kind of result, by the way, that at the end of the season we are going to absolutely rue. I never know if I'm using that word correctly, but if I am, that's how we're going to feel. We're going to feel rude. Oh, okay, it's John Green. It's John. Pass. It's getting better to pass. Yes. So, okay, why is Dicko? All right. This 4-3-3 thing isn't really working. None of the players are where I want them to be. There's a 4-3-3 in my heart where all of the players are where I want them to be, and I can picture it in my heart, but it is not the 4-3-3 that I'm looking at right now. We have 4 minutes. So my hope is that as long as you're able to think of yourself as many things, you're able to think of yourself as a sister, as a person, as a student, as, all of these other things that you also are, then, you may have it's Dicko. Oh. I mean, did I misplay it? Probably. I saw Dicko with the ball at the top of the 18-yard box, and how could I resist? How could I resist the siren call? Oh, I should have passed. I should have passed the ball, John Green. So that's my hope for you. I do think it'll get better. Congratulations to Maurizio Pochettino. Oh, you can see the frustration in the face of ball, John Green. It's been a difficult game. There's no 2 ways about it. 2 losses on the trot. Really good game from Christian Eriksen. We're going to get better, Audrey. I promise. I'm going to take the boys to training. When we come back, we'll be better than ever. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.